Hey everyone, this is Carolina Astrain with TODOVICTORIA.org, an events calendar and blog. This week, our spotlight event is a comedy show at the Odori nightclub featuring Alex Thomas. That's this Friday night, March 16th, and I kicked off our interview with Thomas by asking him how he got his start in the funny business.
This is 25-year anniversary of doing TV and movies. I started out as a dancer on Soul Train, a famous show called Soul Train, and in the late 80s. And that's where I met Rosie Perez. Rosie Perez was one of the most famous choreographers in the hip-hop world. She was the choreographer for the hit show In Living Color. And I was her assistant to the Fly Girls. Back in the very beginning, Jennifer Lopez, all of them were young and everything. I hadn't started doing stand-up comedy yet, but I was always the silly guy. You know, high school, I won best, sense of humor, class clown. It wasn't like I was trying to do that. It just kind of organically happened. When I met Rosie Perez, she was always like, you should be a comedian. You should be a comedian. I had never thought about it. When we got to In Living Color, that's where I met Damon Wayans, Keenan Ivory Wayans, who were black comedy icons, and they had their hottest show on TV called In Living Color, and they were just like, yo, you could dance your off, but have you ever thought about doing stand-up comedy? And I was like, no, do comedians get paid? They were like, well, look at us. And the rest was history. I started doing comedy in 1991. I ended up writing on the TV show The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I wrote on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air from 93 to 97, 4 seasons, almost 80 episodes. Will Smith and I became best friends. I went on to write on Independence Day and Men in Black. People are always asking me, they're like, yo, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air was one of my favorite TV shows of all time. How did you become a writer on that show? Did you take writing class? Did you go to writing school? I was the classic case of being in the right place at the right time. I had only been doing comedy 6 months. It was amateur night. I remember the day like it was yesterday, July 2nd, 1992. I only been doing comedy 6 months. I had $11 in my pocket. I caught the bus to the world famous Laugh Factory up in Hollywood. Sat in a 14-hour line just to do 3 minutes, amateur night. Got off stage after doing my 3 minutes. Will Smith was sitting in the front row of the comedy club. Right when I got off stage, he was like, yo, you are real funny. Man, my name is, and I was like, I know who the hell you are. You Will Smith. He's like, yeah, man, I got this brand new TV show. I was like, yeah, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I watch it every week. They had only been on a year at that time. He goes, let me ask you a question. He goes, do you write? I was like, let me ask you a question. You got a pen? Do you think you can come down and help us with some funny stuff like what I saw on stage tonight? I was like, hold on, let me check my schedule. Yes, I'm available. He's like, when do you think you can come down? I'm like, now. Can I get a ride with you? And the rest was history. I was there the next day. It was the classic right place at the right time story. We had no idea. Having fun every day, telling jokes and fun. I didn't realize, it was going to end up being one of the biggest TV shows of all time. Wow. That was the story, the beginning of my career. And that was before I did the movies. That was before, so writing was my first gig in Hollywood before I started being on TV. So way before I was on the Jamie Foxx show, way before all my movies, The Players Club, Two Can Play That Game, The Wash, Don't Be a Menace, Baps. Those are all what we call hood classics. That's what people know me from, the Jamie Foxx show and all that stuff. Writing is where it all started.
What can we expect Friday night? What do you have in store for us?
Oh, my God. Well, my hashtag. The hashtag is The Funny Don't Stop. Let me hear you say it.
The Funny Don't Stop.
There you have it. That is the name of my next comedy 1-hour special. And it's kind of what I live by, The funny don't stop. I don't care where you are. My life, the show tomorrow night, every day. The funny don't stop. There's always comedy in this world we're living in right now. We're going through a lot of crazy stuff. And, to be able to make people laugh in times like this, it's like the greatest feeling in the world. Laughter. My other hashtag is laughter is healing. So when they come out to my show Friday night in Victoria, Texas at Odori, oh my God, they're in for it. I'm just warning everybody. You might want to wear a diaper to the show because you might pee-pee. You might pee-pee on yourself because you're going to laugh so hard. We got a hell of a lineup. We got my boy Celebrity the Comedian coming up from Dallas, Texas. And we also got my boy Billy Sorrells, who's on the hit show Wild 'N Out on MTV. He is the feature. He's from Houston, Texas. So, I always have great turnouts when I come to Texas. I get so much love in Texas. So everybody needs to come out. Hit me on Instagram at funnyman Alex Thomas. All one word, funny man, Alex, Alex, Thomas, Thomas.